first and 10.
6-18.
From the gun, it's Carr. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. 25 yards that time. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41.
X3, 218, chop.
Shotgun now for Carr. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came up with a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch out. Who's right? 31. Express. 93.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he's got room. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tony Pollard, 41 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Play action. Now it's Carr. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Topper! 36! Check 43! 808! Check 36!
On second down, Pollard. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Hey, Steve 6! Ready? Bang, 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 bang. SOS.
Carr gonna throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. It's Kelsey on the ground. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Check 56. Let's go, D. Box try.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Number 53.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. The tackle made by Ken Crawley. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Aguilar has it. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Hey, Charlie. 29. 29. Just like that. Just like that. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw is Carr. It's a screen to Richard. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
He's checking. Crash. Recon, 132 fighter. What twist? Later one.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. It's complete to Williams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. These two teams all tied after one. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Brings up 2nd and 7. We own it. And Ripple exit.
From the 27, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Check 25. Check 25. Check 3. Check 2. Hey, check 24. Hey, 734. Here we go. Under 10. Under 10.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 45. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. From 17 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
From the 27, Carr toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Carr completes it to Aguilar. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Hey, shoot. Check.
On first down, Richard. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, now Carr looking deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Nelson Aguilar, 53 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs, first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all to score as the kick's away.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That good for 22 and a first down.
First down, Raiders.
Monday, down. 280. 694. Mike 52. Smooth. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. That's it.
On first down, Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Carr now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Taco Charlton, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Check, 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 check. Right down. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the twist.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Raiders.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
first down. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams there to make the grab as they have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. No problem there on the extra point. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Hey, exit. Check 52, come on. Check 52.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr going down the middle, and it's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Carr now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Express. New Mike 52, Mike 52. 93. Hey, high 7.
From the gun, Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught at the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Flush to his right. He's going to throw one. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, as time expires in the first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and through. So we're in halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup, as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
From the 29, Carr. That's complete to Richard, the running back. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Richard. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Check 52. Watch the safety front.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. From the 41, Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 49 yards, as they have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Pollard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. They'll run on first down. Pollard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
29. At the Chiefs' 41-yard line.
Who's that? 52 is the mic. 52 is the mic. Purdue Express. OP. Hey, 734.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, Orbit. Check.
Carr gives to Richard. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Here we go.
1st down.
Safety. Express. 93. Hey, Foxtrot. 52. Watch 52.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock.
Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes under pressure again, and down he goes again. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. It's a punt return score of 70 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
In your face.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Mahomes to throw, eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. They juked him. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends. Yellow. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
56.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 5-yard touchdown catch as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Pollard again. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Run for Pollard. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
734. No. Kill. He's checking. Kill. Watch twist. Greystone, travel. Check. Low. Press. Tighten up. Well, Bimbo. 25, check 20.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go.
Let's go.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw, Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Under 10. Raider 1. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Kill. Check. Alert 3.
They'll run with Pollard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Hey, alert 3. Express. 61. Matchbox light. 618. 52. Hey, team 6. We ain't beginning to clear you up. White Monday down. Showing up. Check. Hold on.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this one is right down the middle. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Their season ends here, a tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams,